You ever notice how some games they use flashbacks like they're trying to bore you with history lessons?
Right.
But then you get those games that use them to like totally flip the script.
Yeah.
And that's what we're diving into today.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Mission 9, Beacon from Alien. Isolation.
Oh man, what a game.
It shows you how to make a flashback that'll stick with you. No, like,
Yeah.
seriously, unforgettable.
Totally agree.
So, Alien, Isolation. You're Amanda Ripley, Ellen Ripley's daughter, right?
Yeah, heavy legacy to carry.
And you're just trying to survive on this space station, Sevastopol.
And it gets
The
intense.
suspense is insane. Like, you don't even want to see the xenomorph most of the time, you know?
Oh, way more terrifying when it's just that constant threat, you know? You never know.
Exactly. But then Mission 9 comes along and throws a wrench in everything.
Oh yeah, things get real different, real fast.
It takes us to, LV-426.
The planet, no way.
Yep, straight from the movies, where it all started.
That desolate rock. Man, talk about a nightmare scenario.
Can't get this. You're not even Amanda anymore. We're going way back, playing as Captain Henry Marlowe from the Nostromo.
Oh, whoa, whoa. Okay, so we're talking a blast from the past, literally. But how does that even work? I mean, story-wise.
That's the cool part. It's like the game's weaving together the past and the present. We're seeing the events that shaped everything that's happening to Amanda.
So it's a story within a story.
Exactly. And it just adds this whole other level to it.
Man, the developers were clever for that. Really makes you think.
Right. It's like we're solving a puzzle alongside Amanda, but we're also holding on to these crucial missing pieces from the past. Speaking of puzzles, though, Marlowe exploring that derelict ship on LV-426. So creepy.
Oh yeah, gotta be.
Like, imagine H.R. Geiger's artwork, but you're living in it.
Oh man, that's the stuff of nightmares right there. All that twisted metal and those organic things. Ugh, gives me the chills just thinking about it.
And it's all shrouded in darkness. You never know what's lurking around the next corner. And that's the brilliance of it.
What do you mean?
The game doesn't hit you over the head with jump scares and cheap thrills. It lets your imagination run wild. The environment, the atmosphere, that's where the real horror takes hold.
It's true. Like in the movies, you see the alien, the gore, everything. But in isolation, it's what you don't see that gets you. Your mind fills in the blanks. And it's always way scarier than anything the developers could have shown us.
Exactly. You said it better than I could. It's like walking through a nightmare and you just can't wake up.
And just when you think it can't get any creepier, bam.
It gets worse.
Yeah.
Marlowe makes a discovery. Let's just say it involves xenomorph eggs and a whole lot of nope.
You're kidding. He stumbles upon those things. Talk about a nightmare before the actual nightmare.
So we've got Marlowe Wright walking into this whole mess, totally clueless about what those eggs really mean.
And meanwhile,
A man stuck on Sevastopol, searching for answers about her mom on a station that's gone completely haywire.
talk about dramatic irony, huh? Like, we know what's gonna happen. We see those eggs and we're like, no, Marlowe, don't.
But he doesn't have a clue.
It's like watching a train wreck in slow motion. You can't look away, even though you know it's gonna be bad.
Totally. It creates this crazy tension, right? Because on one hand, you're like, oh God, he's going to unleash hell. But then
On the other hand,
you're finally putting the pieces together.
like, aha, so that's how Sevastopol went to hell in a handbasket.
Exactly. It's like peeking behind the curtain, and those what ifs start to eat at you.
What if he just turned around?
What if he had listened to his gut? Would Sevastopol even be in this mess? Would Amanda be fighting for her life?
Man, heavy stuff.
And imagine if Amanda knew, right? If she knew this whole ordeal, this entire nightmare was basically kick-started because someone got a little too curious.
It just adds this whole other layer of tragedy to the story,
For sure. It's like she's searching for answers, but what if the answer is just a string of bad choices? That sometimes things just happen.
And that's what's so great about this game. It's not just about jump scares and aliens.
Yeah, it makes you actually think.
It's about fate, free will, the consequences of our actions,
Speaking of consequences, did you notice how the pacing changes in Mission 9? Like, it's way slower than the rest of the game.
Oh, for sure. Like, the xenomorph is still out there, but the game's not throwing it in your face constantly.
It's more about the atmosphere,
Yeah.
The dread. It's almost like it's lulling you into a false sense of security.
And
You find those eggs.
And everything changes.
It's like the game itself is holding its breath, waiting for that one moment to just unleash everything, and then it rips you right back to the present. Leaves you to deal with the fallout.
Which is genius when you think about it, because that flashback, it's not just some side story.
It's connected to everything.
It changes how you see the present, you know? Like suddenly every creaking pipe on Sebastopol is 10 times creepier.
Exactly. Because now you know what those creaks could mean. You're carrying the weight of Marlowe's discovery with you. Every encounter, every decision you make as Amanda, it's all colored by that knowledge. So it makes you wonder, right? How does seeing things through Marlowe's eyes, how does that change how we see Amanda?
Does it make us more sympathetic to her, knowing how this all started?
Or does it make us question her choices even more? It's like we're playing on two different levels, you know. You're trying to survive in the present with Amanda, but then there's this whole other layer of messed up history weighing you down.
Totally. It's like even if Amanda makes it out of Sevastopol alive,
She can never really escape, can she?
nope. That shadow of LV-426, that feeling that it could all happen again, it's gonna stick with her, with us even.
It's kind of brilliant, though, when you think about it. This one flashback, it takes the game to a whole other level. We're not just running and hiding from an alien anymore.
It makes you think about all the what ifs, right?
Exactly. Like, do we even have control over our own destinies? Or are we just pawns in some cosmic game? And the way Mission 9 ties into the whole alien story is so good.
Seriously, like it doesn't feel like fan service. You
It
know?
actually adds to it.
It gives us this whole new understanding of what happened on the Nostromo, why things went so wrong, which, by the way they designed that mission, the derelict ship, chef's kiss.
The atmosphere is so oppressive, you can practically feel the dread seeping out of the walls.
It's proof that you don't need constant action to create real horror. Sometimes it's the quiet moments, the things left unsaid, that really get under your skin.
No arguments here. It's like Mission 9 throws down this challenge to other storytellers, you know?
Yeah.
It's like they're saying, top this.
This is how you do a flashback, right? And it makes you wonder, right? Like, in our own lives, what choices have we made? What little actions have we taken that might have bigger consequences down the line? Stuff we don't even realize.
It's kind of terrifying when you think about it. The butterfly effect, but with xenomorphs.
Exactly. And on that note, folks, I think we've earned ourselves a break from the nightmare fuel.
For now, at least. But listen, next time you're playing a game or watching a movie, pay attention to the flashbacks. Don't just skip through them. They might be trying to tell you something important.
Something that could change how you see the whole story.
And who knows, maybe it'll even make you think twice about your own choices. Until next time, happy exploring, everybody. Just, maybe steer clear of any derelict spaceships for a while. Okay?
And watch out for those eggs.